Hello there, Speed Duelists! Welcome back to another tournament review. Today we are doing Duel Showdown 205, and this was a big one. It had 12 players, so I'm only gonna be covering the top 8. That's where the better matches were as well, so yeah. As every week, this tournament was held Sunday evening, DuelingBook for free, so maybe next week you could be one of the players in this tournament. So, top 8, we have 7 matches to go through, and the first one is going to be Otaku Egi versus Snowwire. I think that's how you pronounce that. Otaku Egi is on Dark Magician, and Snowwire is on some sort of a... Yeah, usually you see Dyna, Base, and Dogoran in the coins deck, but Snowwire is on some sort of fusion deck, so I'm curious to see it. Elemental Hero Blazeman is going to search Polymerization. And that is going to be the turn for Snowwire. Okay, gives Otaku Egi the chance to commit Dark Magician. He's going to search, the Magic Rebo. And in this situation, if Egi was on a skilled Dark Magician, that would have been game, but it's not going to be game yet. Anyway, we are going to see the Dyna base come out, since Snowwire has fewer life points. Dogoran is going to be summoned over Dark Magician, and then Super Poly is activated. Yeah, that's one way to summon the Dyna tank that we haven't seen before. And gonna try to attack for a lot of damage, so that is 3000 coming in, 800 from the Submarine Void. And yeah, Otaku Egi does have the Magic Rebo, so here he is, the Dark Magician yet again. And Snowwire is on Battle City Bestie, so in the end phase we'll be drawing a card. Okay, spicy. We're gonna see Thousand Knives take out the Submarine Void. Yeah, Egi has to, because he's on 200 life points. Dark Magician to defense, yeah. Snowwire just gonna attack over the Dark Magician, so we're gonna see Magic Rebo return. Yeah, probably won't be triggering again, but you have to do what you have to do. Otaku Egi draws with Allure of Darkness and is going to tribute Witch for Dark Magician Go, who gains 600 attack points since there are 2 Dark Magicians in the graveyard. And we're seeing the equip card Wonder Wand in hand, so that is going to boost her up to 3100. Yep. That's one way to get over it. Yeah, the Dyna tank triggers, so that is gonna bring back the Dogoran. And Snowwire, has a handful of materials, so is gonna drop the Dogoran over the Dark Magician Go. Special summons the Dyna tank, and is gonna fusion summon with the Neos in hand. But Otaku Egi scooping a bit, too soon maybe. Let's see what game 2 brings. Snowwire gonna go first. And is just gonna summon the big Dyna tank. Yeah, normal summons the Dyna base and summons the Dyna tank. From there, let's see, Otaku Egi with the Dark Magician. Yeah, that is gonna allow him to search for Thousand Knives. Thousand Knives is gonna destroy the Dyna tank. And when he's destroyed, he brings back the Dogoran. Okay, so now Snowwire still has to contend with 2 monsters. Dogoran attacks over Dark Magician. Here we're gonna see Magic Rebo again. And Wonder Wand is gonna do the work this time, crashing Dark Magician into Dogoran. Yeah, we saw Snowwire thinking maybe activate enemy controller. Maybe that was the right play, but we'll never know. We see the Magic Rebo returning. And here is the Dyna base. Gonna go for another Dyna tank. And that is gonna allow Snowwire to attack for a lot of damage. Here we see Dogoran attacking over the Witch. That is gonna search out the Dark Magician Girl. but she has 17 defense, so Witch cannot search this. Also, I really love this art from the anniversary pack for the 10th anniversary of the game. That was really cool. Okay, Grand Mole is gonna be searched out, which is very clean out to the Dynatank, which gets in for 3000 damage. So Otaku once again pretty low on life points. Here we are gonna see Grand Mole attacking into the Dynatank, and still Snowwire being very tactful with his enemy controller, but that might be in his advantage. We're gonna see enemy controller, switching Dark Magician to attack position, and Dogoran can attack over it. So we're not even seeing the Euphoroid come out. So Snowwire with his very cool fusion-based deck moving on to the top 4. Next one, we're gonna see Evil Goat Curry versus Keebler, and they are both on Professor of Alchemy. Okay. I think that's one of the skills that people don't want to play against in this format. Yeah, definitely Professor of Alchemy, Iron Grit. But Evil Goat Curry is on some sort of a weird warrior toolbox deck. We see Marauding Captain, Exiled Force, Supply Squad as well. Yeah, okay. I'm curious to see where this all goes. Keebler gonna switch his token to attack position, get in for some chip damage. Evil Goat Curry gonna set the Amazon Swordswoman, and Keebler is gonna, get some damage going with the Gravekeeper's Curse. She is gonna trade in for another token. So now Evil Goat Curry is on a bit of a clock. He has to start getting things done. Still not a lot of aggressive pressure going. The tokens are attacking yet again, so it's gonna be the last turn for Goat Curry here. Is gonna try to clear the tokens, but Wabaku is gonna prevent that. So Keebler winning game number 1. And we see that in the chat, Evil Goat Curry says it's his first time speed dueling. Also, I am moving yet again. Because now DuelingBook doesn't show like the full card in the opponent's hand. So gonna have to fix it live. That's what we are about here on the channel. Here I am comfortably in my box again. Is that clean? Now it should be. Okay. Sorry for the interruption there. We are seeing Evil Goat Curry search for the Amazon Swordswoman yet again, and bringing that out. So he's really into Earth Warriors, it seems. And Keebler with the 3 DD Survivors. Exiled Force is gonna snipe the Spy, and that is gonna be a lot of damage to Keebler, who draws another monster in the form of Rota. And yeah, that is going to be game, thanks to a Floodgate Trapple on the DD Survivor. In the chat, Keebler is sharing some information about the Speed Duel Discord, which you should join. As always, the description contains a link. Okay, we are seeing Keebler get real here with the swords, with the token. And Evil Goat Curry once again going for the Marauding Captain. Special summoning out the DD Warrior Lady and a token of his own, but he cannot attack. So yeah, this is nasty. Swords are really light. Such a good card. Please, Konami, if you ever do another speed duel for the limited list, Swords has to be on there, right? So lots of attacks coming through. Evil Goat Curry down to 1200 life points. Drawing Jar of Greed. That's not a card we're used to seeing in a speed duel. Although one of the cards that I really would like to see in speed duel is Jar Turtle. That would make this card maybe a bit more relevant. And Keebler is just gonna summon a 3rd token and is gonna try to get in for game with all 3 of his tokens. Yeah, that is going to be successful. Keebler moving on to the top 4. Next we're going to see Mioteo versus Domoski. They're also on the same skill, or rather the same character. They're both on the Supreme King skill. Mioteo is going to run out Doom Caliber Knight. Domoski gonna summon Vortex Trooper, that gets negated by Doom Caliber Knight, gets destroyed, and Domoski gets to draw a card, and what do you know, it's exactly what he needed, a Fiend. So he's gonna use his skill to search for Dark Fusion and bring out a massive Dark Gaia. Domoski taking game 1 after, must have been like 2 minutes? Oh, yeah, less than 2 minutes. Amazing. So let's see, can Mioteo cook up a comeback? Domoski being forced to go first is gonna discard the Gaia plate to search for the Dark Fusion. And is not yet gonna summon out his big Gaia. Mioteo gonna run out a Weathering Soldier and attack. Yeah, it seems like Mioteo is on a lot of smaller monsters, while Domoski is only on the big chunks. Here is Dark Fusion that is gonna summon a massive Dark Gaia, which runs into Floodgate Trap Hole, so is stuck with the 0 defense. Mioteo with the spell or the anti-magic arrows is gonna attack over the Vortex Trooper. And yeah, Weathering Soldier just keeps going down in attack points. Funny to see. Here is Raviel, and here we're gonna see another cool aspect of Mioteo's deck. He is still playing the Raviel. Yeah, bringing out that massive Dark Gaia, and as you know, when it attacks, it can switch everything to attack position, so that was gonna be well over 4,000 points of damage. Here is Doom Caliber Knight for Mioteo. Domoski is gonna once again summon the Vortex Trooper into it, then adding the Dark Fusion by not discarding anything. That's crazy. Am I missing something? Or is it not gonna matter? At least at this point, Domoski thinks it's not gonna matter. Here is the second massive Gaia, and those are gonna attack into this Quaking Mirror Force. So both with the 0 defense. Mioteo is gonna reborn the Vortex Trooper and is gonna tribute summoning the Dark Summoning Beast, which he can then tribute to summon from his deck the Raviel, coming out, hitting the field. But it can't attack or something. Yeah, cannot attack for the rest of the turn. Okay, Dark Calling is activated for Domoski. Was that a misclick or? Valkyrium coming back out of nowhere? What am I missing? Let's check the log. Activates Dark Calling, banishes Valkyrium. Yeah, that is all legal, so I'm not sure why Domoski is taking place back. We see Mioteo thinking, but he is eventually gonna fusion summon the Dark Gaia. Where did this Raviel come from? Was there a misclick? Players are reverting the situation. Domoski saying you cannot use Raviel from the field. Yeah, because Dark Calling does say from your hand and or graveyards. Here is a rock in the hand and a fiend in the graveyard, so yeah, that activation is legal. players are arguing, but yeah, Neoteo did activate the Dark Calling. So this does make me wonder, last turn, Tomoski activated Dark Calling and then took it back. Yeah, he has no Fiend in the graveyard, and you cannot use from the field. Okay, so Doomkel and Weathering Soldier will eventually be fusion summoned. And yeah, Dark Gaia attacking, switching everything to attack position, and then the Raviel can attack for game. Yep. So Neoteo winning the Dark Gaia mirror match. Next up is Machu 456 playing against The Way, and we're seeing an Ojama mirror match. Machu is on the Land of the Ojamas field spell, while The Way is on another chess skill. Here is Machu attacking over Ojama Blue, so The Way will get to search Ojama Match and Ojama Blue. Yeah, The Way is on a more of an Armed Dragon deck than an Ojama deck. It's gonna use Ojama Match to search out Armed Dragon level 3, and then additional normal summon it. I'm a bit confused because normally you do that in the standby phase, and then you can immediately, while still in the standby phase, rank up the Armed Dragon level 3, but it seems like The Way is not going for that. So smashing, stamping destruction rather destroys the field, and then Armed Dragon level 3 can attack over the Ojama yellow. But Machu is just playing the regular Ojama country as well. Even though he has it as a skill card, it works out perfectly fine just now. He's gonna pitch Oja Magic to bring back Ojama yellow, so then he can resolve Oja Magic, adding black, green, and yellow. And we're gonna see Polymerization, fusing 3 Ojama brothers into Ojama King, blocking the one zone that The Way still had available. Yeah, Ojama Yellow attacking over the Armed Dragon level 3, since Ojama Country switches the attack and defense. Ojama King attacks over Blue, so The Way will search out 2 more Oja matches. Let's see, we're gonna see Armed Dragon level 3 being normal summoned, and then Armed and Ready is activated. Once per turn, you can level up a level monster from your hand deck or graveyard. So this card is the reason that we will never get Silent Magician in Speed Duel. That would be too good, I think. So yeah, ranking up level 3 into level 5, gonna attack over Ojama Yellow for 700 points of damage. Yeah. Passing play, then Machu attacks over the Armed Dragon level 5, and still in the battle phase. Are they? Yeah, gonna activate Diffusion, and that is gonna summon 3 Ojamas with 1000 attack each. So yeah, Machu winning in the Chas Princeton mirror match. Let's call it that. Let's see, The Way going first, and yeah, not having anything. So Machu is gonna normal summon Ojama Green, attack for 1000 damage. Let's see, The Way going for Armed Dragon level 3 is gonna use Level Up, which does exactly what it does. Same effect as a skill, really. Going for level 5. Stamping on the field spell, so this is gonna be a lot of damage. Yeah, 24 down the drain. Machu is just gonna have to set. Strangely enough, not taking out the level 5 after destroying a monster. But now they're gonna do that, so summoning Armed Dragon level 7. Are we gonna see this level 10 being summoned? You just summon this by tributing an Armed Dragon level 7. So let's see. Machu is gonna set Ojama Yellow. Are we gonna see level 10 hit the field? No! Oh, we're just gonna see Armed Dragon level 3 attack for game here. So 1-1. We almost got to see the big guy. But he's here again. Machu going first, gonna summon Ojama Blue and passing. The way is gonna just normal summon the level 3. Then uses match, gets rid of a blue, searches black and another level 3. And Oja match gives you an additional normal summon. So here is you have to summon one of those monsters that you added. So this is all turned back, and the way is just gonna set a monster and pass. Machu is not gonna attack into it. And the way now committing is level 3. It's gonna crash the blues. So they both add 2. And that Machu is gonna go for 2 copies of Oja Magic. We do see the Snipe Hunter in the hand. We're seeing in the battle phase the Oja match being activated. So here is the other Armed Dragon level 3. Okay, play goes back to Machu, who has a lot of cards to play with. Is gonna discard Oja Magic for Snipe Hunter. That lets him add 3. I'm not sure whether Machu is on 2 or 3 playsets of the Ojamas. But Snipe Hunter is gonna pitch, go for the back row. It's gonna miss. It's gonna pitch again, go for the back row. That's gonna miss. It's gonna pitch again, go for the back row. That's gonna miss. This is what happens when I play Snipe Hunter. Insane. Okay, pitch no Ojama, go for the back row, and now it's chained. What? The way is insane. Okay. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Machu now using the effect of a Land of the Ojamas, gonna pitch a card, bring back yellow. The yellow and green are gonna crash, and then the Snipe Hunter attacks over the Armed Dragon level 3. What an insane sequence. Okay, we are gonna see the way normal summon level 3, rank it up using the skill. That's gonna discard to destroy Snipe Hunter, because you can destroy a card with to destroy a monster with less attack, and that is gonna be the game for the way. So Armed Dragons moving into the top 4. Oh wow. Wow. Okay. Keebler versus Snowier. So we're gonna see the Gravekeeper Alchemy deck versus the insane Fusion strat, which bricks. Okay. Keebler is gonna burn with Gravekeeper's Curse, then gonna run out his Necro Valley and attack for 13. But Snowier is gonna use enemy controller. Okay. You see a Night Beam hitting, and now Keebler can try to attack with both his Gravekeepers, and things aren't looking good for Snowier. No. Unfortunate after that cool showing in the top 8. This looks slightly better. Snowier choosing to go first, by the way, setting Submarine Roid. Keebler is gonna run out his Survivor, banish it to summon the Alchemy token, and getting in for 400s. Snowier using enemy controller. I think that's a bit premature, because you actually want your life points to be a bit lower, no? We're gonna see Blazeman being drawn. And Blazeman is gonna search out Polymerization. Submarine Void is switch to attack position. Blazeman is gonna try to attack over the what's it called, the DD Survivor, but Wall of Disruption is gonna make the Blazeman 0, and the Submarine Void is at 0 attack, but it doesn't matter. When it attacks directly, it will still do 800 points of damage. but Snowier seems to be unaware. So we're gonna see Survivor attack over the Submarineroids, the token attacks over the Zero attack Blazeman, the curse gets in directly, and things are not looking good. Wabaku from Keebler's side is just gonna make Snowier scoop it up. Unfortunate. Let's see the other side of the bracket. Mioteo versus Dawei. Dawei opening with Ojamas and Armed Dragons. Not where he wants to be, I think. Mioteo is gonna search out Dark Fusion. Is gonna activate that, so just going for a small Dark Gaia, but it does get the Dark Beckoning Beast into the graveyards. Weathering Soldier will add Shell Knight. Dark Beckoning Beast is then gonna activate and add Raviel to the hand. And Dark Calling is gonna fuse Raviel with Weathering Soldier and summon the big Dark Gaia, so very cool. Play goes to Dawei, who is apparently also on Armed Dragon White. Okay, which is cool because Oja Match can search it out. Here is the level 3. Stamping Instruction is going to get rid of that anti-magic arrows. And then the skill is going to rank it up into Armed Dragon level 5. That's going to attack over the Doom Caliber Knight. And in the end phase, going for the Armed Dragon level 7. Snipe Hunter is gonna come out, it's gonna pitch Dark Fusion, and it's gonna hit immediately. But did you know that you can summon Armed Dragon level 10 white by banishing 10 levels worth of Armed Dragons? It doesn't have to be one level 10, it can be level 3 and level 7, which we are seeing now. So that is gonna attack over the Snipe Hunter for 15. We see Armed Dragon level 3 getting in for 12, and Oja Match is gonna search and summon another Armed Dragon level 3, which is gonna be summoned, and gets in for a final bit of damage. So 1-1, that was very hype to see. Armed Dragon level 10 white in its native deck. Mioteo with a bit of a slower hand. This could be a cool one. In the end phase, not attacking with the Grand Mole. In the end phase, we're gonna see the Ojama Black Bean discard to search level 3 and green, and the level 3 will be summoned. Then into the standby phase, Armed Dragon level 3 will level up. Then the way activates level up, so that's gonna summon level 7, and for this you can just destroy monsters by destroying any monster with attack less than or equal to the attack that you sent. So unfortunately, this is not going to be able to destroy the Grand Mole. Yeah, the way it says in chat, I misread. That is so very unfortunate. Foolish is going to send the Summoning Beast. It's going to be banished to add Raviel, and we are going to see a massive Dark Gaia coming out, following up with Dark Fusion, and Mioteo will be attacking for game. So Mioteo with Dark Gaia in the finals versus Keebler on the Gravekeeper Alchemy Burn deck. Keebler has a pretty good opening hand. Under normal circumstances, that Grand Mole is going to be nasty, although Keebler has answers. Yeah, Foolish is gonna send Weathering Knight, that's gonna search the Shell Knight, or Weathering Soldier rather, and Mioteo playing it slow, gonna summon the Shell Knight, which does 500 damage, then switches to defense mode. Keebler getting aggressive, Spy Summoning Curse, that's gonna be 500 points of damage, and then banishing the Curse to summon the Alchemy token with 500, and can start poking in. Not being able to attack over the Shell Knight. Play goes back to Mioteo, who has Dust Tornado for the swords. Is he gonna get aggressive? We see Grand Mole being flipped face down with the Quaking Mirror Force. Keebler now with the 2 tokens. It's gonna put Meowtail on a clock. Unless, of course, Meowtail draws the Dark Summoning Beast, is gonna summon that out and uses its on-field effect, tagging out for Raviel. Yeah, normally if this attack were to connect, that would be game. Meowtail isn't even gonna... yeah, because Dark Summoning Beast makes it so you cannot attack. That makes sense. Here come the tokens again. So Meowtail on 1 turn left. Enters the battle phase, activate anti-magic arrows. Yeah! So the Wall of Disruption cannot do anything. So Meowtail taking game 1 at the very last possible turn. Keebler sided in. Macrocosmos, it seems, goes well with the rest of his deck. On the summon of Snipe Hunter, Macrocosmos is activated. And Meowtail will still be using the effect, banishing the Raviel to destroy the set monster. That was a spy, so an excellent decision. And Snipe Hunter gets in directly, and now Keebler dead drawing the Mind Crush. Meowtail dead drawing the Monster Reborn, and Keebler has back row, but yeah, you don't want to use that on just a rogue Snipe Hunter. But now he has to. Uses the Waboku, and that gives Keebler place to activate Swords of Revealing Light. Snipe Hunter gonna go for the monster and hits. Dust Tornado for the back row. Snipe Hunter gonna try for the other back row and misses. Gonna try for it again and misses. So we're gonna see Snipe Hunter attack into the Wall of Disruption, and Keebler is barely still alive, but draws a second Mind Crush. So Snipe Hunter is gonna try to snipe and hits and gets in for the last bit of damage. So Meowtail on Dark Gaia with a lot of cool text that we've seen, taking this one. Guys, I was Ryan Alice. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you haven't also already. Bye.